In the vast expanse of the galaxy, where advanced civilizations crossed paths and fought for control over resources, a group of alien scavengers known as the Vorik were known for their ability to dismantle and salvage the remains of ships far more advanced than their own technology. They roamed the stars, picking apart wrecks of warships, station fragments, and derelict crafts from forgotten empires. One such day, the Vorik stumbled across something extraordinary. Their sensors picked up a faint signal coming from a region deep within a nebula, a place no one dared venture due to its heavy radiation fields. But the allure of salvaging an unknown ship was too strong for them to resist. The signal seemed like an old distress beacon, its source buried under centuries of cosmic dust. The Vorik ship, a sleek yet durable vessel designed for both exploration and scrap collection, entered the nebula cautiously. The thick clouds of radiation made navigation tricky, but they were skilled in maneuvering through hazardous environments. As they finally cleared the misty barrier, what they saw before them left them frozen in awe. It was a massive ship, much larger than anything the Vorik had ever encountered. Its hull was a dull gray, battered by time, but still holding a sense of power. The sheer scale of the vessel made the Vorik ship look like an insect in comparison. And there was no doubt about it, the ship was human-made. "Impossible," muttered Jan, the leader of the Vorik crew. "This can't be. It must be a myth." The crew of the Vorik had heard whispers of the legendary supercarriers of humanity. Massive warships built during a time of great conflict. These ships were rumored to be advanced far beyond anything the galaxy had ever seen. But no one believed the stories. Humanity was long gone, reduced to ancient history, a footnote in the records of more powerful races. But standing before them was undeniable proof. The ship's nameplate, barely visible under layers of space grime, read, Aegis Primus. The Vorik ship circled the enormous structure, marveling at the complexity of its design. Despite centuries of neglect, the ship's systems were still humming faintly with life, as if the Aegis Primus was waiting to be awoken. Jan's second-in-command, Rilla, couldn't contain her excitement. "Do you think it still works? I mean, after all these years?" Jan stared at the supercarrier, an uneasy feeling crawling up his spine. "We need to be cautious. If the stories are true, this ship could still hold secrets, dangerous ones." The Vorik crew docked with the massive ship, their ship's airlocks barely large enough to make the connection. They walked through the darkened halls of the supercarrier, the eerie silence broken only by the occasional hum of forgotten machinery. The walls, once pristine, were now covered in a layer of dust and corrosion. Yet, despite the ship's age, there was a sense of power that resonated from every corner. "Let's find the bridge," Zan ordered. "That's where the heart of the ship's systems is. If it's still functional, we might be able to learn more about what happened to humanity, and if this ship holds anything useful." As they ventured deeper into the ship, they discovered advanced technology beyond their comprehension. Weapon systems, shields, propulsion engines, and machinery all seemed far more sophisticated than anything the Vorik had ever seen. Some of it was even beyond their understanding. Ancient alien tech was scattered across the ship, integrated into the human systems in ways that baffled the scavengers. How could a species so primitive have built something like this? Rilla asked, astonished by the ship's systems. Jan had no answer, only more questions. The Vorik knew of human history. They were a species that had once been powerful but had fallen into decline, their empire shattered by wars and internal strife. But they had never imagined that humanity could have possessed such incredible technology, far beyond what they had ever achieved. They finally reached the bridge. The main control panel was covered in dust, and the seats were abandoned, as if the crew had left in a hurry. Yet, even in its dormant state, the ship's systems seemed to flicker with life. A console hummed, and a holographic interface flickered into existence. Rilla stepped forward, her fingers brushing the console. As if responding to her touch, the holographic display shifted and lit up, showing data about the ship's operations, mission logs, and personnel records. The last log entry, dated centuries ago, was brief and cryptic. "The war is over. The fleet is lost. This ship, it must survive." A chill ran down the spines of the Vorik as they realized that the Aegis Primus was not just any ship, it was a survivor, a vessel built to endure, to protect humanity from the unknown, and to carry on even in the face of extinction. Jan's heart raced as he analyzed the data. The Aegis Primus was equipped with weaponry and technology so advanced it made the Vorik's most powerful warships look like toys. Its shields could withstand an entire fleet's barrage. Its propulsion systems could move it faster than any ship in the galaxy. The artificial intelligence embedded within the ship was capable of self-repair, and its weapons could engage targets across vast distances with pinpoint accuracy. It was clear now, the stories of humanity's supercarriers were not myths. The Aegis Primus was proof of their incredible capabilities, and to the Vorik, it was a treasure trove of untapped power. But as the crew continued to explore, a growing sense of unease lingered. The ship's systems were intact, but there was a deeper mystery at play. Why had humanity abandoned it? What had happened to their once great civilization? And most importantly, could they control this ancient supercarrier? Before they could delve deeper, a low rumble echoed through the ship. The lights flickered and alarms blared as the ship's weapon systems came online, powered by the ship's AI, which had detected the presence of the Vorik. Jan's heart pounded as he realized they had triggered something far more dangerous than they had ever imagined. The Aegis Primus was not a relic to be salvaged. It was a weapon, and it would not tolerate intruders. The Vorik crew scrambled to escape the ship as automated defense systems locked onto their position. But the battle had only just begun. The Aegis Primus, long dormant, was now awake, and it was ready to defend itself at all costs. The Vorik had found a treasure, one that would either bring them unimaginable power or lead to their destruction. As they fled into the cold, empty expanse of space, they realized that the true legacy of humanity was far more dangerous than they could have ever known, and the galaxy would never be the same again.